Hey there, it's Armando Lacerda here again, and I'm here once again to answer one of the questions of you guys who attend my sessions somewhere around the country or when we meet on one of the virtual user groups. And today's question is about how to conditionally render a visual depending on selections on my report. And it's a great question. It's kind of a common scenario. I have seen this all around and decided to record this video just for fun to address that particular question. So for the sample data set, I'm going to use this one here. This is the customer profitability data set that I got from Microsoft website. In case you guys don't know it, this is the website in here where they have multiple samples. So I'm going to have the URL there on the video for you. And I've downloaded this one here, the customer profitability sample, and we're going to work with this data set. So this particular Power BI data set here has data, of course, on customers and products and the profitability in there, the revenue over time, and all of that. They have all of these tabs already created, but I created this new one here, which is my friend's question. And the idea here is we have these four visuals on the canvas. This is a slicer where people are going to select the area where you want to see, like the south. And as you can see, we can see the states in the south, and we can see the customers in the south, and we can see the products and the revenue I have on those products on those customers on the south region of the United States. The goal here is I want to see that line chart only when I select a particular customer. So like I select the region here, I'm in the south, I'm gonna select Texas in here. Now I'm seeing my customers from Texas, and now I'm clicking one of the customers in here, for instance, and this is the product that that particular customer is consuming, is buying over time from my company. So I want to see that graphic only when a particular customer is selected. If there are multiple customers selected or no customers selected, I don't want to see that graphic. So to answer this question, I did Google around, of course, to see if somebody else has a better idea than my one. Of course, other people got better ones. One of the answers there for this question was overlapping visuals, having like a tree map on top of the graphic. So if there is nothing selected, show the tree map with just a white space area, so kind of hiding by overlapping. That's an interesting one. But I'm going to have a different take on this one here. Let me show you how I address this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new measure here. And the measure, I'm going to call it customer is selected. And I'm going to take advantage of the has one value DAX function. This particular function checks for the column, for the table in a column, and double checks if there is only one value selecting there. If there are multiple values, it returns false. If it's only one value, it returns true, which is pretty much what we want to check. So this one is gonna be customer name, since the users are clicking on the naming there, and I'm gonna hit enter. So now I have my measure. My measure is ready to use. I'm gonna get this measure here and drag it into the filtering for the visual, right? Visual level filtering. So to help me out filter, to render the visual only when needed. So I'm gonna drag it here to the visual level filters. And this is the thing, the way it is written right now, it doesn't work because I don't have an option to select in between true or false here in the visual level filtering. It's just not supported. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back there and use a little trick. I'm going to use a conditional function, the if index. And if there is a particular customer selected, I'm going to return 1. Otherwise, I'm going to return 0. So now that I have numbers, numeric values in there, when I go back here to the customers again, to the filtering level, I do have a possibility to select a value. I want to render this particular visual only when a particular condition is correct, is selected. So in this case here, I want to render this visual only when it's 1. 1 meaning that my DAX measure evaluated that there is only one customer selected, so therefore I want to render my visual. At this moment, there is no customer selected, so it should go blank. And there we go, it goes blank. So once again, I can go around and start searching around for other areas in the States. And let's see. Well, let's get this guy here. Okay, I got a list. So I'm gonna click on one of these guys, and there we go. I see the visual. I'm gonna click on two of these guys. The visual goes away. I'm gonna deselect the other one, and I get my visual back with the product rendering for that particular customer. So there we go. Question answered, and this is how I implemented conditional visual rendering based on selections made by users. I hope that helps. I'll see you in the next video.